It's your boy Trouble T Roy, Hit Don't Get Hit Boxing Talk, and we back with another one, and it goes. Shout out to Ring IQ, shout out to Virtuoso. I just listened to the last live with the man Frank, and hey, I mean I ain't no disrespect. I ain't got nothing disrespectful to say about Cuz. But I just find it very interesting. It's like, okay, people duck people. Well, I gotta put my fucking beanie on for this shit, cause I'm about to talk shit now. But nah, it's kind of cold in here. People duck people. It is what it is. Vergil and Boots both ducked Crawford. Okay. I believe Vergil ducked Boots. Boots was a champion at 147. You know what I'm saying? So all this talk about, I feel like the Vergil fight with Boots at 154 would have been big. But then at the same time, Boots is talking about, well, I'm not sure. I don't even know what the whole situation with this 154 situation is, because it's, they was talking about Boots said he needed like 2 tune-ups. I don't know how real that is. I've heard it, but I ain't seen him say that. So it's kind of like, But Vergil hasn't been a champion yet, and he's had plenty of opportunities to become a champion, and it seems like he is avoiding them. So, and again, I'm not saying Boots is doing any better. Neither one of them are really chasing like elite status, like legacy. They're kind of just moving at their speeds, and it's like, I would like to see them fight each other, but if they're gonna fight each other at this point at 154, if it happens, I would like to see them both be champions at this point. Go chase the champions. Get that work. Get the belts. And then that makes it a legacy fight. That makes it a big fight for us to watch. Because right now, them fighting each other don't really mean much. Boots became a champion at 147, fighting a dude that nobody really even knows, who wasn't really established as like he wasn't an elite fighter. We already knew what Boots was going to do to him, and that was it. It's like, yeah, you're going to wash him out, you know. And Vergil, I think he's 3-4 fights in at 154, but he ain't fought a champion. He hasn't even been a champion yet, which is crazy. So we're sitting here bouncing around all this duck talk. Vergil says he wants to fight Spence and Crawford, which we know Crawford probably is not going back down to 154 at all. He's already done what he did at 154. Then he went up to 168 and beat Canelo. Champion type shit, you know. why would he go right back down to 154? From what I hear, he might go back to 160 and maybe fight Jonabet, which is, I mean, for a legacy run, if he become a 5 weight champion, because he got 135, 140, 147, 154, 168. Oh, 6 weight champion. He's looking at bigger things. Why would he go all the way back down to 154 to fight a man who doesn't have a belt? This is where everything is confusing, especially with American boxing. I really am not happy with American boxing. I could watch Japan, I could watch Australia boxing, I could watch UK boxing, Mexican boxing. Shit. I could watch damn near everything else, but American boxing is the most disappointing right now. And it's been that way for years. I'm not going to name the names. I ain't going to name the names. I ain't going to name the promotions, because we know what all that shit was about. You know, but back to Vergil. You said you want Earl Spence after what, almost 3 years off? You want Earl Spence? And people are supporting this? Y'all supporting this? Y'all want to see Vergil Ortiiz versus Earl Spence after Earl Spence just had the worst beating of his life since his car accident 3 years, almost 3 years ago? Y'all want to see that? That's a legacy fight. Is that something that if Vergil Ortiiz beat Earl Spence, if he knocks Earl Spence out or even beats him by decision, is that something that you boxing fans will be proud of? I ain't even gonna call y'all boxing fans. I'm gonna call y'all boxer fans, because y'all fans of a boxer. Y'all ain't fans of boxing if y'all want to see that shit. Nigga, like, come on, cuz. Y'all gotta. There's people really defending this shit. Vergil needs to be looking towards Sebastian, Xander, and what's the old boy? Which I think Boots is already probably lined up for him, the Russian dude. I don't know how to say his name. But Sebastian or Xander should be next for Vergil right now. I think Xander would be the next one up, because we don't know what Sebastian and his promoter, what's his name? I can't remember his name, but that nigga out. Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, now I think Sebastian and what is it? Yeah, Sebastian and I'm trying to blank. God damn. Is Sebastian's promoter the same guy as Benavidez? Now that I think about it, you got Sebastian. So the champion Sebastian, Xander's eyes, the Russian guy, and I think. Well, anyways, yeah, those are the guys that you need to be looking up to. looking for. And now this brings me to my next and last thing I'm going to say, because I'm not making this video long. One thing I understand about boxing, if the fighters want the fights, they can make the fights. We went through years of this promotion bullshit, this other side of the street bullshit, this talk to my promoter bullshit, talk to Al Heyman the fucking computer bullshit, because that nigga doesn't really exist. We went through all that shit and we seen hand in hand time after time. We saw Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford make that fight. Finally, after 5-7 years, we seen Fulton go out to Japan and make that fight. We seen Beterbiev versus Bivol 2 times, and hopefully three times. We seen Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor twice. We seen these fights happen because the fighters wanted them to happen. The promoters can't keep you from fighting. If it makes sense, then it makes sense. Because it's going to make dollars at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's going to be, it's legacy shit. I've always heard a lot of people say in boxing, if the fighters really want the fights, they're going to make it work. So, you got Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. coming up. That fight happened because they wanted to fight. You know? Benavidez, he's stepping up to fight Yard. That fight is happening because they want to fight. The money's there too. You already know the money's there, so as much as I don't really mess with Benavidez like that, I'm like, well, at least he's taking a fight. Yeah, I like Yard. I have Benavidez possibly edging him out in a decision because he ain't been able to do no damage to the fight at 175. But he's a dude that could go 12 rounds easy. And it's going to be a fun fight. It's going to be a fight. That's what I appreciate about the fight. That's one of the fights. Benavidez versus Yard is one of my fights that I look forward to the most. I feel like Devin Haney. I ain't gonna say I feel like. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see Devin Haney lose to Brian Norman Jr. Shout out to Brian Norman Jr. And yeah. We got Beterbiev on that card. I don't know. I don't even remember the name of the dude he's fighting, but I get to see somebody get knocked out by a 40-year-old nigga. Or dude. I shouldn't say that. Yeah, man. These fights happen because if they want the fights to happen, they will make the fights happen. So this whole back and forth between Boots and Vergil not fighting is BS, because at the end of the day, if they really want to fight each other, I don't know, I don't really hear much from Vergil's side, but I hear a lot from, I don't hear much from Boots' side. Jaron, I should say. But I hear a lot from Vergil's side where there's a lot of, knick-knack and patty-whacking type shit going on. But I know both of them did duck Crawford, so I don't understand why people still keep on bringing up Crawford. Both of them ducked him literally around the same time. Boots left the WBO rankings to go chase the IBF for Spence. And then Vergil, he left I think, say he was the number 1 or number 2 in the WBO rankings, and he left it to go, I think, fight for WBA or some shit. And then he ended up, going through his shit, if I'm correct. His health issues, and then next thing you know, he's going up to 154. So niggas is ducking. People need to just accept that. The niggas that y'all fronting for right now is ducking. It's okay. That's a part of boxing. That's my whole point. It's a part of boxing. Niggas gonna duck people are gonna duck people. You know what I'm saying? And that just is what it is. So, anyways, man, I'm like I said, I'm trying to keep this one short. I'm looking forward to this weekend. We got Conor Ben and Eubank Jr. fighting, and I got Eubank by decision because Conor Ben, he's explosive, but I don't think he attacks the body enough. I think if he attacks the body more this fight, he may have a good chance. But then you have Chris Eubank Jr. with Bomac in his corner, and Bomac seems to bring the best out of Chris Eubank Jr. So it'll probably go decision. I'm saying decision because Conor Bennett, he definitely has a chin. He's definitely a solid. He's definitely a solid 147 pounder. I don't know what weight they're fighting at this fight, but yeah. No, but it'll be an interesting fight. I'm sure it'll be entertaining again, like the last fight. So, and Clarissa Shields ain't shit, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Shout out to Layla Ali. Shout out to Layla Ali. The class that she put down about the whole Clarissa Shields situation, I could appreciate that a lot. And Clarissa Shields, you gotta figure out what you gotta do. But that ain't my business. So I ain't even gonna get into that. I could, but I ain't gonna get into it. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's your boy Trouble T Roy. Don't get hit, box and talk. And we out. I'll see y'all with another one. Peace.